Hi guys, Steph here. Right, today I've got for you a beautiful pen. Not only is it a beautiful pen, it's a antique fountain pen. Okay, over 100 years old. And you would have seen the pen here. There we go, look at that. So it's nice as it is already. We'll just give it a service and clean it up. And after that cleaning up, look at this gorgeous, gorgeous pen. So what we've got for you, let's take a look at the barrel imprint. There we go. It says the Swan Pen, Mabie Todd Co Ltd, made in England. Okay, it's got the Swan logo there to the left, as you can see. Okay, so a lovely clear barrel imprint. You can see it's got this sort of an engine turn pattern to the barrel, and most of these pens of the period just have a plain smooth cap, as you can see on this one. So we've got for you the Swan Pen. Now, what date is this pen? I'm dating the pen, and again, for you people in the know, help us along, leave a comment below if you will, if you know. I'm dating the pen around about 1914. Okay, the reason being is that's when they actually changed the name to Mabie Todd Co Ltd. I think before that they may have been just company without the limited, but then they changed it, as I said, to Mabie Todd Co Ltd. So I'm dating the pen nice and simple, circa 1914. So as we said, comes in lovely black chased hard rubber. You can see, we'll show you in a moment, we've got 2 gold bands. The size of this pen from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel is 140 millimeters capped, so a long pen. Around the diameter, it's 9 millimeters in diameter. So an absolutely stunning example. Now this one has been reserved, it's been purchased subject to giving it a service, and once again this pen will be shipped across the pond to the new owner. Okay, now as we've just said, you can see it comes in black hard rubber. It also comes with 2 gold bands. Now what we'll do, let's just show you a close-up of the bands. Okay, so we've got 2 gold bands, and they're actually got this lovely embossed sort of repousse work on them. And then somewhere, if I can find it over the camera, as we turn it round, so we've got it the wrong way, and there we go. You can see it says 18 carat. So we've got a lovely, or 2 lovely 18 carat gold bands, and this one's the same. It's got this lovely repousse, or this embossing, and once again, is it there? Is that it? We've got an 18 carat gold band. So let's just twirl it round so you can see the band itself. So there's a nice close-up of the bands for you. And there we have it. So you could see them nice and close. We've got 2 18 carat gold bands. Very nice indeed. So let's take the cap off. In this particular case, for you people that don't know, it's what we term as a slip cap, which means, well, self-explanatory, it slips on and off. Now, as I said, this one has been reserved subject to, well, a full service. So inside the cap has been thoroughly cleaned. Any remnants of ink have been removed. It's lovely and clean. Same applies with the barrel. The barrel has been thoroughly cleaned internally. Okay, it's nice and clean and it's ready for the customer to fill with his favourite ink. Now, just a quick question, just a bit of fun for you people. And I'm saying, you know, for the new owner to fill with his favourite ink. This is, I think, well, I believe it's a rare pen. It's obviously an antique pen. Would you pop this pen in your collection, or would you actually use the pen? For me personally, I would pop it into a collection. Although saying that, I'm not a writer. Okay, but it'd be interesting to see from you people, is this a collector's pen or is it a user pen? Now, some of you may give me the answer after we have a look at the nib. Okay, so we've got the section there. It's got quite a long section, and one thing you'll notice, we've got this lovely over and under feed on the pen. Look at that. Very nice indeed. We've got a long nib. Now the nib is a Swan Mabie Todd New York nib, which, yeah, you might think a little bit unusual with a made in England pen, but it's not unusual because they were made in USA and then sort of came over to England to carry on making these pens. So yeah, you know, they may have sort of shipped the supplies over. But the important thing is this gorgeous over and under feed. Now, a lot of times when I see them, the over and under feed tend to be a little bit splayed, but look at that on this one. Very nice indeed. Now, if you've not guessed already, this is an eyedropper pen, which means you would simply unscrew the section like so. You would fill the barrel once again with your favourite ink, screw it back on, and away you go to write. Let's show you this feed here, because some of you may have seen it in my previous videos, some of you may not, but these pens have a long sort of feed, a long tail to the back, and then just above them it has this twisted, and I believe it's actually silver wire, but you've got a twisted wire just above the feed there, and this actually supposedly improves and regulates the ink flow to the nib. Okay, so there we go, a lovely look at this feed to the back. So that again indicates that this particular model is a early model. Okay, so very nice indeed once again. So once you fill the pen with an eyedropper or a syringe, be it whatever, you would screw the section back on and away you go and write. Incidentally, if well, I'm sure he does watch, but what I'd recommend, in fact I might do it myself, before I send the pen, I'll put a little slither of grease to the threads on the section. Okay, so that'll help to seal the threads, and away you go to write with the pen. Because it's been cleaned internally, everything is spotless internally with the nib, the feed, etc. As we've just shown you. It'd be interesting to see how this nib performs. So we're not going to fill it once again. We're just going to do a dip test just to see how it writes. Does it have any flex to the nib? A lot of these did have flexy nibs. So let's dip it to the ink. And what we've got is we've got the Swan Pen, made in England, made around about the 1940s, and comes with two 18-karat gold bands. Now, again, I'm not a writer. Once again, you know, these nibs with a professional, they can make them, basically they can make them look absolutely beautiful. Because I'm not a writer, I don't know how to do that to its full potential. As I've just written this little sample here, I put very, very little pressure. Very little pressure, okay? But with a little bit of pressure, look at that. So on a downward stroke, let's show you. Look at that. A lovely variation in line. So as I said, to the top there was hardly any pressure I put on the pen, but even in my opinion, it's a gorgeous writer, and it writes lovely with this fine line. But once you start getting a bit creative, putting a little bit on the downward stroke, a little bit of pressure, you can see we've got a flexy nib. Very nice line variation, as you can quite rightly see. So let's put that to one side. Let's just give the nib a wipe. And to be honest with you, one of the other, it's not a problem, but one of the things with myself is that I've got large hands. I'm a big gentleman. I'm quite heavy-handed, to be quite honest with you. And sometimes it scares me knowing how much pressure I need to apply to the nib. I don't want to sort of break it or bend it or whatever. And that's why in the right hands, for people that are in the know, who know how to use these writing instruments, if you like, that's why these are absolutely gorgeous pens to write with. But for me, it's lost in my my heavy hands. So now you've seen the pen and the nib and its writing. Once again, would you put it in your collection, or would you use it to write with? Just a little bit of fun. Let me know down below. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoyed showing them to you. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe as well. For now, I'm just going to say Slava Ukraini from me and this gorgeous pen. Bye-bye for now.